Shortly, and we're going to go have a look. And for those of you who are new, we are interactive as well as being live, so you can contact me directly while I'm on Game Drive and send me questions, and you can do that by sending an email to have a look. And for those of you who are new, we are interactive as well as being live, so you can contact me directly while I'm on Game Drive and send me questions, and you can do that by sending an email to questions@wildearth.tv, or if you're on Twitter, just use the hashtag live. Very good mothers with the amount of leopard on the Sabi Sands, and one of the leopard's favorite snacks is a little warthog. And 3, 4, 2 mothers here, so they've done. She's done very well. And you can see the zebra behind them. Look, done very, very well, these mothers, to have raised this many babies in such a high leopard, an area with such high leopard density and lion density. Little warthogs are favorites of a lot of the predators. Must be very vigilant mothers, these two. And it's quite warm, probably 26 or 27 degrees Celsius, and very windy this afternoon. There's quite a lot of cloud around. During the middle of the day, we thought it might actually rain this afternoon. This big storm sort of blew in and it got really dark, but fortunately it blew off, so we were able to go out exploring. Go ahead, station.
Thank you.
So you can see some of the warthogs will get down onto their knees. If you have a look at the adult female there, just go back a little bit there, Andrea. Thank you. You can see they're a very unique warthog-like thing. They fall down on their knees to feed. It enables them to get a bit close to the ground, because not only do they eat the grass, they also eat quite a few little bulbs and tubers and roots of different grass species. I definitely think this is the largest group of warthogs I've seen since I've been here. Seven piglets and 2 adults. So for those of you wondering where exactly we are, we're on the southern end of Arathusa airstrip. Nice short grass around the airstrip, does attract quite a lot of general game. Often see nice herds of wildebeest here as well. They don't seem to be here today, but there's a nice herd of zebra. And we'll go have a look at the zebra a bit closer. Could it be, possibly, can you focus in on the zebra on the far right-hand side, please? Try to see if that's the same zebra we saw a couple of days ago that had a very big gash caused by lions. It looks to be on the left-hand side, and in the exact same place. I actually think that is the same zebra. So I'm just going to let Andrew zoom in on it there. So it's the same zebra we saw a few game drives ago. who obviously has escaped a lion attack. Can we get any closer? Sorry, I just want to see if there's any infection or whatnot sitting in. Oh, we're full. I'll try to get a bit closer now. You just take a shot with my camera. Oh, of course you're going to walk behind the other zebras. Very upset birds. Just not turning her bottom to the right side. As you can see, the wound is not as fresh. We'll come back to zebras now. There's just lapwings making an incredible amount of noise here at the moment. I think they actually have a nest close by and they're just complaining at the warthogs that might be feeding a bit close to their nest. And warthogs are omnivores, so sometimes I think they might, if they found that lapwing's nest, they might eat the eggs. That's very really brightly colored, but they're daytime moth species. Well, let's go back and look at those zebras. Just wanted to make sure that the plovers weren't alarming at something we couldn't see. Going to go wide of them. She just doesn't want to show us her. The left hand. There we go. Just keeps stopping in the wrong spot. I'm going to see if I can get a photograph of it. Oh. As I said, she's showing a little bit more stiffness because the wound's a bit older now, but she still doesn't look like she's in too much pain. So I'm going to try to get a snap a bit closer, and then we can see if there's any infection setting in, or if there's any things like parasites or maggots or anything, because that can happen quite often. Flies would actually lay their eggs inside a wound like that, giving the maggots nice fresh meat to feed off. Still a bit far away. Actually, that's very interesting. Let's get a bit closer. It looks like she's actually survived a lion attack when she was younger on that same side. While we got the opportunity with things like and warthogs with she's just not letting me get a good shot. As you can see, she looks like she's been walking quite well. She doesn't seem in too much pain. She's not, so that strong possibility that there's no fly larvae or maggots in it just yet. Obviously they might have be quite fresh. So if we have a look at the stallion while he's standing right next to us, and his wound, it's quite nasty and it's quite deep, but it does look like it's a bite from another zebra stallion, and zebra stallions are very, very aggressive with each other. Confirmed station. I am on the southern edge of Arites airstrip. You'll hear me talking on the radio from time to time. That's to the other guides and trackers out there, keeping in touch. Oh, have a look on his rump as well. Not quite nearly as bad. Another escapee from lions, but that looks like the lion didn't really ever get hold properly. Just a little scratch. Could be from something else, but good afternoon, Deborah from California. Deborah, well, just asking if I can elaborate on the social structures of zebras. She says she's under the impression that bachelors live alone. Is this true? Well, generally, the main social structure of a zebra is that they live in sort of harems with a single stallion who will try control as many females as possible. They are non-territorial rather than where you get huge congregations. Or even close or even closer to home here in the Kruger, you can get big groups of up to 200 or 300 during the dry season on the basalt plains. There's still this. There, the social structure changes quite a bit, and the young males will be on the periphery, but there will be a lot of fightings in those big groups, but they will stay with the large herds. And in this area where you don't get those large herds, and that's not to say it's just not the right type of bush and environment for them. It's more bush veldt rather than grass veldt. I'm just going to try sneak around to where they're going. And so I have seen single zebra stallions or young zebra stallions by themselves in this area, but as I said, it all depends on the area. Sometimes the dominant stallion will sort of accept or tolerate is a better word than accept another young stallion as long as he doesn't try mate, but that doesn't normally last too long. But it all depends on the area to the animal behavior. There you go. I think I finally got a close enough shot to see. So it wasn't. I don't know if you can see it on the screen here. So I thought she might have survived another lion attack at some point, but it wasn't. It's from the same one. It wasn't the gash. The deep gash didn't start as high. You can see there how the stripes don't line up anymore because of where the lion's claw has cut through her skin. But so far, from what I can see, there doesn't seem to be too much infection, just a bit of swelling. But you never know, infection can set in very easily. But she is walking quite well, and it has been a couple of days since we initially saw her. So it's looking good, and it is amazing how resilient animals can be, and how quickly they can recover from wounds that to us superficially look incredibly bad. Good afternoon, Genevieve from New York. Genevieve would like to know if there's any plants that would actually give them doing that. But even with those plants, to us, it's a bird that favors these short grass plains. Sorry, Genevieve, back to your question. Not that I'm aware of, Genevieve, that they would ever do that. I've never heard of zebras self-medicating. very peaceful here at the southern end of the airstrip. Andrew, if you pound from those zebras, there's the warthog family still around, just off in front of us here. And then to the left of them, there's a bachelor group of impala. And the rest of the zebras. Okay, well, that's what a wonderful start. It's nice to see a lot of these animals. I know quite often we don't get a good chance to get really good views of warthog, especially when the bush is a bit thicker. They tend to feel a bit more threatened, so they often scuttle off before we can get a good view. But I think it's time to go try find some kitty cats. So we're going to go look. There was a report of mating lions I'm reading a book on man-eating lions. It's another story that's in my brain at the moment. Mating lions on the southern boundary of Arethusa. So hopefully they're still in that area and they haven't moved further south into an area we can't traverse. So guys, just a quick update on the weather so you can sort of imagine what I'm feeling. It's about 81 degrees Fahrenheit, 26 degrees Celsius, and there's 55% humidity. The weather forecast for the next couple of days is changing constantly, because it was supposed to rain most of today, and as you can see, no rain yet. So it rains. As I'm sure a lot of the old viewers will know, I'm not that familiar with all the roads in Arethusa. I know where I'm going, I just don't know their names. I'm just going to have a quick squiz at my map here quickly. See if you can focus in on one of these here, Andrew, please. So, one of the most important things about being out in the bush is being able to read the signs that are left, so like the afternoon news. So I didn't know exactly where they left those lines, but now, as I've driven down this road, and it's quite a strong likelihood that people would have driven on this road on morning game drive, and these tracks look very fresh. I'm just going to try to figure out how many of them there were. Can you see the line tracks? Like very faint. This one, maybe. Is that clear? Or should we try a closer one? Or maybe I should try to find some that are a bit easier to see. But there are male line tracks going this way.
You can see the one you circled. Not
Can you
very
see when I
well.
circle?
Not very well, but we can see it.
So there's a male lion track. It's been very windy today, so that's why it might look a little bit older than, say, if it hadn't been windy. I would say, oh, maybe this track was from last night. But also, just knowing what's happening in the area, I'm pretty sure this road would have been used on game drive this morning. And the guys who gave me the report from Arethusa said that it was on here. So here is a lion track. So far I can only see one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the other side of the vehicle where I haven't driven yet to see if this is possibly that mating pair of lions, or it could just be a single lion who's not having any luck with the ladies and he's moving away. So this morning, so there's a strong possibility he's flopped down under a bit of shade. This morning, so there's a strong possibility he's flopped down under a bit of shade around here somewhere. So we'll definitely come back and have a look at these tracks again just now, if we have no luck at the other side. I don't know if Andrew can show them there. They're a bit more clear in the sand there next to us. A little bit more. There we go. You can see they're a little bit clearer in the sand there. That's male lion tracks. And your eyes, everyone must remember, you must remember they're like a muscle, like any other muscle. The more you train them, the better they get. Going quite. Tries to pop through very bad, so one of the nice things about this male lion track, he's probably come from this way.
out in the bush and being out there live has its technical challenges. We're experiencing some of that now and are working on it as fast as possible to get it sorted and get you back in the vehicle with us. Hello everyone. Being out in the bush and being out there live has its technical challenges. We're experiencing some of that now and are working on it as fast as possible to get it sorted and get you back in the vehicle with us. Hello everyone.